Welcome to The Right Stuff from Goldspot Pens, a podcast that raises you from pen noob to aficionado in less than 20 minutes. I'm your host, Otdo. In this episode, you'll see new pens from Narwhal, Pilot, and Platinum. You'll learn how to find a compatible converter for your fountain pen. We'll show you what to look for in a quick jot pen for meetings. And last, I'll give away something on my desk. First topic of conversation is a pen that catfished us, kind of, but in a good way. This is the Narwhal Voyage Vacation Miami, a limited edition made of Jonathan Brooks acrylic resin material. Brooks blanks are known for their artistic, colorful, swirly materials, as you can see here. And as with many types of colorful acrylics, no two Miami pens look alike. However, the imagery we received from Narwhal prior to receiving the pens and launching them showed the pen with a pastel palette of colors. In reality, Miami colors are a lot more saturated and vivid. As I said, we were catfished into thinking that Miami would look one way, but looks quite different in reality. So we rephotographed the pens to show a fair representation of this design. If anyone who initially ordered this pen is not satisfied with the color they received, they are welcome to return it for a refund or exchange. Well, no matter which way you look at it, Miami captures the tropical vibes of South Beach with lively colors ranging from lavender to sky blue, sunset orange, and yellow. Gold trims and a gold-plated stainless steel nib complement the pen's suave appeal. And as this is a limited edition, each pen is individually numbered out of 500 pens made total in this design. It is a piston filling pen, so it fills by bottled ink only, and it has an ink window towards the front of the barrel so you could see the ink left in your pen. The Voyage Vacation has a number 6 size stainless steel nib made by Narwhal in fine, medium broad, double broad, and 1.1 millimeter stub. Miami is the first stop in a series of vacation destination Narwhals made with Brooks acrylics. So if this Miami doesn't quite do it for you, there will be other colors released in the future. This pen is currently available for $180 on the Goldspot website. Next, we're going to go for a quick dip with the new Iro-Utsushi dip pens from Pilot. Swatch and play with all the ink colors in your collection with ease. Since these are dip pens and do not have a feed or filling mechanism, there's hardly any cleanup needed between switching colors. At the business end of the dip pen is a stainless steel fountain pen nib made by Pilot. Available in fine or medium point size, these dip nibs have a higher degree of smoothness than typical calligraphy style nibs. Plus, since they are made from stainless steel, they won't rust out or corrode like other types of dip nibs. The Iro-Utsushi pens are available in a couple of different styles. You have the clear resin pen for $8 or the wooden handle dip pen for $20. The nibs are the same on both pens, so it just comes down to a matter of preference of the weight and feel in hand. So the resin pen is going to be obviously lighter. It's a little bit more angular in its taper, whereas the wooden holder kind of has more of an ergonomic sort of shape that then tapers towards the end here. So take a quick dip with your ink collection using the Pilot Iro-Utsushi dip nib pens. For the pen tip of the week, I have a question from Hoyt who asks, is there a method of telling which pens various converters go with? Most fountain pens will use what's called an international style of converter. It measures about 3 inches long and operates using a twist action piston knob. This converter is adaptable for a majority of fountain pens made today. You can find which brands use the international cartridge converter on our cartridge converter compatibility guide I will link in the show description. And some manufacturers make what is called a proprietary converter, which basically means that this is a part that will only fit the particular pens made by the brand. So this is a Pilot Con 40 converter for those that don't recognize it right off the bat. Also other brands that make proprietary converters, you have Sailor, there's Kaweco with this little squeeze converter for the sports. Then you also have Lamy and Cross as well. And you could find those on the list of the cartridge converter compatibility guide so that you could clarify which particular converter you need for your pen. And if you're not sure about which converter is compatible, as long as you know the make and model of your fountain pen, you could do a quick online search to see which type of converter fits your pen. While there are ways to potentially hack a pen to accept different converters, I recommend that you use the converter that is intended for your particular pen in order to maintain consistent performance. And now for the review of the week, we have the Retro 51 Tornado Macchiato Ombre Rollerball Pen. Jill B writes, "I love me some coffee, so this pen spoke to me and my dog. Besides the smooth writing Retro 51 offers, the ombre looks fun. This is an overall great addition to my pen collection." I don't normally see a pen review with a cute pupper in the background, but the dog's coloring kind of matched the Macchiato pen as well. And you can find the Macchiato pen, there's only a few dozen of these left, and they are going to be completely gone. And now for the question of the week. Alejandro asks, what to look for in a pen to take quick notes during a meeting? Any recommendations? In a meeting, you might have plenty of ideas bouncing back and forth. You need a writing instrument that's up to the task of rapid deployment to capture these conversation threads. First thing I would look for is the pen has to be a quick draw type of pen. Either means it has to be retractable, has a pull-off cap, or a pen that has a one cap rotation or less, like the Homo sapiens hook safety lock mechanism. It only takes like 1/8 of a turn to take the cap off. Then it needs to be ready to write. It needs to be dependable, and every time that you pick up the pen, unless it's completely out of ink, it should be able to write. It doesn't dry out prematurely. So it should not have to require any sort of scribbling or priming to get the pen to write. It should, the moment that you take the cap off, be ready to write. Then the pen should also be comfortable to hold and write with for a long time. It should be well balanced in hand. It should have a weight that's light enough so that you could comfortably be able to jot and not have any hand fatigue. And then also it should be pretty ergonomical, where it's not going to have a very thin grip area. Like this might have like too thin of a grip area, and that's a kind of a personal preference thing. So you might prefer something that's going to be a little bit broader in diameter, or you might be preferring something that maybe has like a tapered or a concave grip section. But ergonomics should matter in this because you're going to be writing with this pen quickly and then also for a long time during a meeting. And that's why, leading to our next pen to discuss, I strongly recommend taking a Platinum Curidas to a meeting. We featured the new Curidas LE matte in this week's newsletter, and it just completely flew from our shelves. While we wait for more pens to arrive back in stock, I'll talk about it using one of the original resin demonstrator colors to show the pen's features. The Curidas has a click action retractable nib. You could see the magic trapdoor open and close through the translucent hooded area at the front of the pen. So if you need to write at a moment's notice, there's no need to fuss with a cap. Also, this pen will be ready to write even if you leave it inked in a drawer for 6 months. Adam from An Ink Guy on YouTube helped us test Platinum's claim that the design keeps the ink from drying out. I'll include a link so you could see how we conducted this experiment. The Platinum Curidas has a thick cylindrical profile that is lightweight thanks to its ABS plastic resin construction. With the matte edition, the pen is even more comfortable to hold since Platinum applied a soft finish to the body of the pen. When we get more of the matte edition back, it will be available in 3 colors: blue, red, and black. It includes a 20 milliliter bottle of Platinum mixable blue ink, cartridge, and converter on sale for $96. If you're looking to save a little, you can go with the original demonstrator type designs. While they don't include a bottle of ink, they are a better value, on sale for $80. Congrats go to Alejandro for submitting the question of the week. You win the opened Diamine ink vent calendar we used for swatching all of the colors in last week's video. For this week's giveaway, I have an Esterbrook SD in tortoise acrylic with a medium steel nib and chrome clip that does not have a box nor converter. But you should be able to find out which converter it uses using the cartridge converter compatibility guide I mentioned. So to enter, you must be subscribed to the Goldspot Pens channel, like this video, and leave a comment with a question you'd like for me to answer in a future episode. I'll pick a question to answer in the next episode, and that will be our winner. Thank you for checking out this week's episode of the Write Stuff podcast by Goldspot Pens. Now go out there, put your pen to paper, and write stuff. Until next time, stay inky, my friends. Take care.